Hey you, yeah you. Before we get this video started, I just want to say a thank you for those who have been a member of my Patreon. If you want to be a member of my Patreon, leave a link in the description down below right here. And there's a list right here of all the people who have been a member or a following member of the Patreon to help keep this channel alive. I would appreciate it if you do show your support, guys. You guys are awesome, and I really thank you for your support. Also, commissions are open, so if you want to commission for me to draw something for you, go to my DeviantArt page right here as well in the link in the description, and I'll draw something for you. But make sure you hopefully follow the rules in my Patreon on my Patreon and commission, so we can get it on the list for me to draw something for you guys. I would really appreciate it if you do, and yeah. As always, take care, and have a great day, and let's start the video, shall we? What is up, YouTube? Frost the Hobidon here, and today we are back with another IDW Sonic comic issue review. As we last left off, Dr. Starline was the mastermind cloaked behind the scenes as he's captured Tails and Rouge. Shadow and Sonic are here to stop him until he set off an avalanche that is heading straight to the building. So we last left off Starline. Starline here is basically set off the avalanche. Sonic's like, dude, what the heck? You set off an entire avalanche as a distraction? Starline's like, hey, I couldn't resist. It's a classic. The heroes choose to save the people or save their friends. The choice is yours, basically. And this issue here, I hate Shadow the Hedgehog completely as a character. I hate him now, as he is not interested in saving the people at all. He just wants to go after Starline. Tails says Sonic that will be okay. Sonic boosts off to help stop the avalanche. And I hate Shadow the Hedgehog even more, as he doesn't care about untying Tails and Rouge. He just wants to beat up Starline.
He's an asshole.
Out of revenge. As Rouge has no time for this, as he tells Omega to execute code word, get what's mine. Omega does the funny protocol attack concern unit never unharmed. Oh man, as Starline falls off. I hate Shadow the Hedgehog even more here, as I'm almost, because of this page right here, I hate Shadow as a character. I know Starline, Evan Stanley is the writer, but she is forced to write him that way because of Sega of Japan wants Shadow to act this way, as an angry, heartless character who cares about nobody and doesn't care about saving the world, just beating up who he hates. As Rouge knocks some sense into this character, finally saying that you can, sure, I want to pound Starline's face too, but there's work to be done. Shadow still acting angry, like at Rouge, snapping at Rouge, saying he doesn't like being told what to do. Rouge says, I'm not, it's your choice. You can focus on beating up the bad guy or actually do something for once and help out. This leaves Shadow stunned here, as Rouge chose to help Tails and the others save the lives down there in that building from the avalanche. As Shadow is stunned right there, hoping I'm almost about to lose my faith on Shadow the Hedgehog, because I really hate Shadow the Hedgehog as a character in this. But Evan Stanley, even Ian Flynn doesn't like how Shadow is written in here. And Evan Stanley doesn't like it, but it's Sega of Japan. Hopefully, Shadow actually redeemed as a character. Meanwhile, Amy Rose is having trouble fighting the polar bear robot, as Gamorreau is fighting the other robots, including the egg units. Gamorreau is adding a bit of damage to himself, as Cream is worried that he is hurting himself, and Gamorreau is willing to protect her at all costs. Bella is having trouble trying to pick the lock. Cream is telling the Chows that you can help us with the heroes. They are having trouble, that you can help having trouble, as hoping to keep them safe and keep them all safe. The Chaos Chow looks back, as the other Chows are ready to fight back against the Badniks. So the Shadow-looking Chow and the other Chows are willing to help the heroes out. So that's a good thing. I really like that. As Gamorreau is getting Gamera is having a hard time. Amy Rose got smacked by the polar bear Batnik. Bella got the pick lock, and the Chow managed to be free and fight off against the Batniks. Chows are very strong. Keep that noted. Chows are very strong to fight Batniks. Have you seen Cheese? She one-shots Cheese. The Chow can one-shot boss fights like it's nothing. Gamera said he was supposed to protect her. Cream tells him that you may not be perfect, but always realize that I'm willing to help him just like he's willing to help her. That they're willing to help each other out. Emerald thanked her for that. Amy Rose is still having trouble, but Gamera decides to back her up with the Chow helping out. As Amy Rose gets ready, she slams the robot's head in with her Pico Hammer, with a perfectly backflip, by the way, as they beat the Batniks, which leads to Rouge and Tails and Omega trying to get the others to safety as the avalanche is on their way. Finally got the wording right. Meanwhile, we reach back with Sonic trying to figure out, okay, how am I going to stop an avalanche here? Shadow the Hedgehog, of all people, finally, I guess he finally got to his senses that stopping an avalanche should be no problem for them. Sonic's like, Shadow, you showed up? You showed up? Like, I'm surprised with Sonic. Shadow, of all people, showed up. Shadow says, consider this as a debt repaid in Sunset. As you may not know what he's talking about, Shadow was being an idiot in the Metal Virus Saga that he chose to still beat up Zombots and told Sonic to run to burn off the infection so he can continue fighting. Shadow did not listen and actually got himself infected permanently. So this is considered his debt being paid in Sunset City. Sonic said, no worries, just follow my lead. As he got an idea, Sonic and Shadow worked together and used the trees to stop the avalanche. Sonic says this is a shame that they have to destroy the trees to stop it. Shadow said it's better than what you have expected from you. And I really like this image here. As the avalanche stops, we actually see Shadow the Hedgehog smile a little bit. A little small smirk as the avalanche is being stopped by the trees. But sadly, the avalanche wasn't enough, as Sonic and Shadow are worried that the avalanche broke through the trees and is headed straight to the building, as they are as both Sonic and Shadow are hurrying to stop the avalanche as they can. Meanwhile, we got the heroes trying to tell the people to escape, as Oma Child saying there is no running in the halls, or somewhat Oma Child being Oma Child. Tails is telling Oma Child that the avalanche is on its way, heading to the building. Oma Child thinks, I'm sure we can handle anything that the official systems is at place. I love Amy Rose as a character in this. She said, either you get those people to exit, or I'll start making new exit with this hammer. Capiche? I love Amy Rose as a character in IDW comics. I don't care what people say. Ian Flynn and Evan Stanley agreed that Amy Rose is better as a adventurous character and not as a commander, because I was okay Amy Rose is learning as he is. Fans are saying Amy Rose is copying Princess Sally. I'm tired of that argument, and fans hate Amy Rose in IDW. Well, she's not a leader of a resistance anymore. She's no longer a leader of resistance, so calm yourselves out there for those who don't like Amy Rose as a leader of resistance. Amy Rose is back and is an adventurous character, and I love this side of her. When I say, get those people to safety, or I'll start making new, or I'll make you. I love that personality of her. I really love that. So yeah, as Oma Child takes her advice, as she's getting all the people to safety, telling all the people to safety, and we see a robot that is a rabbit character that looks like Bunny Rabbit in the background. I know it's not Bunny Rabbit at all, but she almost looks like her. As Rouge the Bat tells Omega, little words of encouragement, Omega. Omega has became one of my favorite characters here again. Acknowledge maximum volume. Run, you pitiful terrorist creatures, or face certain destruction. I love Omega is just hilarious. As they are about to get going, Dr. Starline is not going to let them. As Starline saying, I had a long day. I'll make this simple. Give me the young master proud. Give me Tails. He wants Tails, apparently. And Amy Rose is not letting that happen. as Rouge and Omega attack Starline. Bella's like, who is that guy? Tails says, Dr. Starline, an Eggman wannabe. Well, if only you knew, Tails, that he's not an Eggman wannabe anymore. He wants to be better than Eggman. Yeah, he doesn't look. Bella's like, he doesn't look like a wannabe to me. Tails has faith that Amy and Rouge can take him on. And Starline uses his speed ability, as he does not like being overpowered by Rouge and Amy. As he goes after to capture Tails. I mean, he looks like he was going after Bella for a minute. He wants Tails for his genius mind for evil purposes. I'm guessing he wants to turn Tails to the dark side. But Tails is like, yeah, I don't think so. And I like this interaction here as he's pulling Bella's tail. Starline's like, alright, what in the world? As pulling Bella's tail causes her to attack with a bat kick. Because Bella does not like being pulled by the tail, as it causes her to kick immediately. Starline's reaction is like, come on, what even was that? And he says, what was that noise? He sees the avalanche and he goes, oh, right. I love this. This could work in a cartoon. And I love the cartoon interactions here. The drawings that Evan Stanley drew here. Tails is carrying Bella at the safety as Starline's looking at the avalanche. I really love that. As the heroes escape, Starline gets caught in the avalanche. As everyone is sent to safety at the high ground, you know what I mean. They got the high ground. As the people are in the safe distance. Some are talking about their refunds. I like Omega as a character here again. He's saying, this is an outrage. I will not be used. I will not be used left on the floor. Elevate me immediately. Rouge is worried about Shadow and Sonic, wondering if they can find the boys. Amy Rose said, it's no good finding them up there. Amy Rose said, if you're looking for a hedgehog, you gotta go to the ground. Rouge is saying, there's one thing. The only thing you're going to get from there is a cold ear, so... And I really love Amy Rose's face expression here, like, yeah, I hear you boys. I love that face expression. Like, she knows they're here. But as Sonic and Shadow get from underground, as, yeah, hedgehogs are a digging animal, as they dig underground. And, yeah, pretty much. Amy Rose hugs Sonic, knowing that happy to know that he's safe. Everyone is all right. Shadow's like, so we wasted our time, usually because he thought he would thought saving the people from the avalanche was worth it, but Rouge comforts him, saying that, hey, comforts him, man, at least Starline got hit from the avalanche at least. That made Shadow feel a little bit better. Sonic's like, what do you know? The puppet girl actually stuck around. Tails and Cream tells him that she helped out with kicking Starline and freeing the Chows. Sonic thanked Bella, saying sorry that he was a little tough on her a bit, going through all this. Tails asks Bella if he could really help her out on her workshop, and she absolutely agrees. At the workshop, we see Tails and Bella fixing E123 Omega. Omega has his body back, so that's good. Omega's back in 100%, and Gamera is too. Tails can let Gamera go on a field test with his new repaired body. Omega by sparring with Gamera. Omega says, sure, I'm going to test drive this, and Gamera agrees. Meanwhile, Vanilla the Rabbit drops by to pick up Cream the Rabbit, hoping they had a fun trip, and Cream tells her the truth, that everything that happened, they had an adventure, they saved an avalanche, they went chow races and events. And I really love Vanilla the Rabbit's expression in that panel. Is it, oh really? I'm pretty sure it sounds exciting. Like, Amy Rose and Rouge are in trouble, and you can see Rouge the Bat face expression. It's like, yeah, it's time to go. You can see Rouge's face expression, like, it's time to go. as she pulls a Batman. I guess Bats has that sort of thing on there. As Rouge escapes, as leaving Amy Rose talk with Vanilla. Vanilla has a big talking with her. As Sonic is walking with a Chaos Chow, the Shadow Chow. I really like that. As Sonic thanks Shadow the Hedgehog, thinking that things didn't go right as planned. No, not really, but he's kind of glad that he helped out. Shadow picking up an apple, and says, "Don't overthink it, Hedgehog." It's a sure thing. As Shadow throws an apple at the Shadow Chow, this was a nice moment. My respect for Shadow the Hedgehog's character is kind of rebuilding. He's rebuilding a little bit as he's showing his soft side as he throws an apple at the Shadow Chow, and I'm guessing the Shadow Chow is gonna be, I don't know, maybe this is the start of a Shadow having a pet Chow of his own, because in Sonic Channel artwork we see Shadow with a Shadow Chow with him, and I really like that. Like, Shadow's not the edgelord as he is. Like, he actually has a soft side. He has a pet Chow. I don't know if he's gonna name that little guy, but hey, who knows? We get back to Tails and Bella. That Bella is nice to help out in the workshop and happy to help out, and she missed doing this sort of thing. Tails says there's been things that he can't get out in his mind, that he couldn't remember, that this whole time they were trying to read the blueprints and they couldn't find nothing, and this whole reason Sonic and him went there and they couldn't decipher or decode it. And Tails said the only person in the world who could decode Eggman is Dr. Eggman himself, or maybe Orbot. And he might think that he's not mad, he wants her to be honest. Tails think that Dr. Eggman created her. Bella said no, he didn't create. Eggman did not create him. Tails said, then who? Bella, moment of silence. Tails signs and says, okay. And I'm calling it right now. It might have been Eggman, but it was Mr. Tinkerer. Mr. Tinkerer, I mean, the art style her color scheme is similar to Mr. Tinkerer / Eggman, back when Eggman was Mr. Tinkerer. But maybe she knows that Eggman isn't the one that built her, because Eggman would never build her. And hopefully, let's just hope that Eggman doesn't know anything about her. Meanwhile, we get back far, far away. If you read the IDW Bad Guys, Dr. Starline is no longer going to follow Eggman. He wants to be his own villain. He wants to surpass Eggman. He has his own military base. He managed to get his base from the bad guys because Zabok is looking for his Deadly Six. Mimic is basically on his own. He's a free agent now. He probably want to get his revenge. He wants to kill Whisper, or anyone Whisper cares about. But we all know Mimic is going to fail. And Rough and Tumble are on their own, probably tired as it is. But Starline got what he wants. A base of his own robot army, even replaced Eggman's logo with his logo that looks like toothpaste, by the way. Starline is in his base, his new base, in his new workshop, an old Eggman base. Thank for him, good for him. Saying it's gonna take weeks for his build to get back because Bella's kick is very strong in this one. As I suppose he got what he wants, the perfect specimen that would, I'm not sure, that looks like hair? I believe. I don't know what is Starline doing. Maybe he's planning to clone Tails or something. I'm not sure what he's about to do. Because he got a piece of hair, and it might belong to Tails, or maybe Bella. Bella's a robot, so maybe Tails. It may not be good. It's not going to be good. But overall, I'm also interested. Is he planning on cloning people? Who knows? In the next issue, who knows what's going to happen? Issue 37, I see artwork of Sonic, Tails, and Amy in the background, but it shows Bella and Tangle the Lemur teaming up. So Tangle is going to meet Bella for the first time in the next issue. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this IDW issue overall. This is IDW issue 36. I hope you enjoyed this. Let me know in the comments down below, what were your thoughts on this? This was the longest one I've ever made. Let me know, what were your thoughts of what's going to happen? What were your thoughts on this issue? Do you think Shadow's character actually improved in this? Do you think Shadow actually is going to be a good character? Maybe we see a soft side of him with that Chaos Shadow Chow that he fed an apple to it. And what is Starline's planning on cloning Take care, have a great day, be safe, and most importantly, stay frosty and stay healthy out there. Catch you all later, and make sure to wash your hands.
And your name is? I'm Thor. You're Thor? Well, it hurts. Once again, this whole broadcast has been brought to you by sand. It's everywhere. Get used to it.